saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I told no risk. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not saving, be like
You know what they say. Something's gotta give. It's the coach. This is NFL football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see two teams, each riding a 3-game win streak, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight. Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Now a play fake here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
And third down. As a key down in any game you play, and third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now here's Ross. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10. Now the Auburn product, Corey Graham. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And some nifty running right away as he'll get this up past the 30. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here's Bernard. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. On On second down now. Bernard, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early. This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They will run with Grant. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first.
And he's into the clear. And they finally get him down, but not before he gets it up to the 46. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. He'll get 3 up to midfield. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Carl Lawson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Over the middle here to Brown. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for him to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through. I always marvel at those guys because it's the same approach every time, the same smoothness when they swing their leg. Doesn't look like they're putting anything extra even when they're kicking it for 60-plus.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
On second down, it's Grant. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. On 3rd down, Brissett. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Pressure comes and it's blocked. The Ravens block it. And with points at an extreme premium here in a 0-0 game, that could be a big special teams play right there.
That's an advantage play. Someone create an advantage for their team, give them an opportunity, and special teams is usually a terrific starting point.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to the safety, Jesse Bates.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards, the final tally. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Draw play. Ingram now. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Brissett. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's 3rd and short.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll run. This is Bernard. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, the reception, good for 7. It's 3rd down. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete to Meredith. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
This is Ingram. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Carl Lawson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. To throw is Jackson. That's to his running back, complete. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Tucker's kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 30 yards there. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. That's complete to John Ross. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd down now. Bernard. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. On 3rd down, Bernard. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Giovanni Bernard, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And we shift our attention to Mark Ingram. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think
Ingram churning. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Giovanni Bernard with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. He can't get him down. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. On play action, Brissett. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a carry for Bernard. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Play fake, Brissett.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
22 yards there, a 1st down. To throw is Brissett. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
And McManus able to put it through. So the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Brissett. They still can't get it. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Able to find Isabella. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. They'll run on first down. Grant, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 33.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his legs.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Mike, 48, Mike, 48. I'm not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett escaping the pressure right. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Hey, 40's Mike, right there. 40's Mike. I'm here.
On first down, it's Grant. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens...
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Jalen Richard, his first touchdown on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
You ready? You ready? You ready?
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Ingram. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Second and 12 at the 47.
On second and 12, Jackson steps away. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
You know that they were thinking second half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
40's the mic. Squeeze. I got you. I got you. Wait. You're all right, baby. You gonna get this. You're all right. Wide. Get wide.
A first down throw for Brissett. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Mike Daniels picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Preston Brown in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. He's got his man, Boyd. 23 yards on the play. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Again, Jackson. He completes it to Boyd. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Jackson now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Pass from Jackson, complete to Ingram. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. 4th down, here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll run on 1st down. Grant. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. 1st down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Grant. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. On 2nd and 11 now. Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mike Daniels able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Being chased out left. And avoids the contact by sliding.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
We got this.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we can put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Jackson now. That's caught by Meredith right side. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On the draw, this is Ingram. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. And this is caught off the deflection. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play.
Sometimes luck is all you need. That was not even the intended receiver on that play.
Well, Johnny on the spot, though.
Yeah, and it turned into a big play for those guys on offense. They'll take it each and every time.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Jackson. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Tyler Boyd, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. On first down, Bernard whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. This is Grant, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Out of the gun, Brissett. That ball complete to Isabella. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. That one looks like he'll throw here. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Brissett. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Andy Isabella, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. I tell you, Charles, You play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see